So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the returner is stopped. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline and be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Johnson looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third down, going up top. Now improvising. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Complete out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball.
Looking for a deep man. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Finds a man on the right. Gets away from one. He's got space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback moving. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle box, so he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Dances away to buy time. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Still looking. Incomplete, the defense holds.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. And now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. That's a live ball. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
Right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Johnson looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the 1st down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Kansas State pushing the pace. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
Splits the uprights. It's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the goal.
Makes the catch down the right side. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. A cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
They go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wildcats.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Kansas State quick to the line.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, Dick.
And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Kansas State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They use the chump play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Forced out of the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. And he'll make the catch at the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels,
running toward the tape at the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Arizona 35, Kansas State 26.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zero.
Kansas State 33.
And he's going to run it back. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. To the air, it's Fafita. Trying to get to it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
He fires a bullet to the right. It's caught. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands take. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Still running at the 40, and he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. These corners backing off a bit. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Buying some time. Finds his big tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Kansas State. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing his mitts up there, catching the football.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He's looking to throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That's it, fly. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Now on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Conley. Oh, it's loose. And the defense has got it in there trying to pick up some yards.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Cephas.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. He's going to pass. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Giddens. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers.
And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to it. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. They'll give it on the counter. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Football is about adjustments. 1st half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. 2nd half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Good, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and then stopping that clock.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He caught it! Touchdown, Wildcats! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. And there's big moments right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker.
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's going to take off. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And how about the quarterback coming up big late in this ballgame? You've got to have him. Nothing open, takes off, scrambles, does it himself, and makes the heads-up play to get out of bounds.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. To the air, it's Fafita. He fires one deep down the right side. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Throws to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, Arizona. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
They'll line up to go for two. He's looking to pass. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's got it in the end zone. You had to go for two there, and they make it pay off. They're up by 3.
Well, that's the right call to go for two right there because the analytics say if you get it, you now make it a 3-point game, and your opponent can only tie with the field goal. If you're gone for one, your opponent can take the lead with the kick. So nice job there getting it executed.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
Going up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And this to tie us up in the final minute. And this one splits the uprights. And they tie it up, fellas, here in the final second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
What a kick for that young man right there. And you just see the way it energized and galvanized his entire sideline. They've tied it up late. This thing's going to OT, and they look like they are ready to run.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Going up top. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to...
Pulls it in on the left. And he breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Arizona. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
What a game. What a finish. Came down to one last play, and they get it done.
What a play to show up in that moment of the game and make that type of play. That type of individual effort is just magic, Dave.
No doubt. It's what you dream about, but those moments, you have to step up and make it, and big-time players like this come up and make a big-time play late in the game to get you the win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the 49ers will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll... their own 25. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Boy, coaches watch tape all week and they get so excited. First play, let's make a statement. This offense tries to come out and throw it under the lights, all the excitement, and what do? They forget to protect their quarterback, and they give him a sack on the first play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Makes the catch, he's got enough. The expressway is wide open. The 20. Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, MTSU.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Brown wants to pass. Sends it downfield. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Looking for more room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with a pick.
Moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Finding an escape route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to run it. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
And it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
This time he's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to get it himself. At the 45 on his way. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
Still looking on the move. He throws one to the left. To the end zone, and is picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes in the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Listen, we all want to get to the quarterback and get sacks, but when you realize the quarterback's going to throw the football right away, you just try to get your hands in the air, get a deflection, make him throw around you. Great job by the defensive end.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play. On
4th down, looking to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that offensive line gave that quarterback all day to throw the football. That QB could have checked his social media, balanced his investment portfolio, and booked dinner. That's an example of 5 guys up front acting as one. Tremendous job in the pass.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
He'll fire to his right. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. You think these guys are getting in trouble getting to fourth down, but they're already 2 for 2 in the first quarter. Here comes the third try. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Brown will throw it. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got second and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got third and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on fourth.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Charlotte. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires on the run. Snags it on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Steps away to find some room. Fires downfield. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires on the move. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback gets the first down. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Getting some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
He's got his man. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond? You've been hitting the mouth early in this football game. Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage. Defense is going to have to get something figured out.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Buys a little extra time. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Niners.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all,
Off he goes! And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Battiato. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Gets it out fast. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And they take it in for 6 more points. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The 49ers want to crank the tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got it down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Catch in the middle, it's Weber. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The 49ers have this offense rolling.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they're already in the second quarter. They've got over 200 yards thrown.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
The snap sets up to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, 49ers!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
He'll pull it down and run.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
He chucks one out to the right. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Brown will throw it. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
He lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. He's got it, and they convert. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the 49ers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. He'll pull it down. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Gonna take a shot. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed.
He's going to throw deep right side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to...
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside.
And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one, third and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
He'll start this drive firing. Finds the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Gonzalez. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass, it's Gattiato. Quarterback adapting. Touchdown, MTSU! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain when your defense wins. You got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. On the run, still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
Makes a catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Got his man on the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's.
Oh, it's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep it in that quarterback.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going for the big play. And he makes the catch at the 25. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. The 49ers with the 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
That is